Oh, hi, everyone. Welcome. It's time for Call of Cthulhu's finale. But before that, welcome to another Adventures on Tap stream. I'm Kat. I am the keeper tonight. And our stream charity tonight, as is tradition, is Child's Play. Child's Play is committed and focusing on changing the patient experience in children's hospitals. In conjunction with hospital leadership and child life departments, they work to understand tech needs, provide solutions to gaming roadblocks, and provide funding to help bridge that gap. We are currently at $292. If you have some spare change, throw it in, team. Let's help Child's Play out. During our stream tonight, there's the big purple button that says donate to charity. If you donate at any point, we'll get a notification and give you a shout out for your contribution. Also, if you watch and accrue for free channel points, feel free to use those at any time to highlight a message you want to see, unlock new emotes, or put it towards the community challenge, where you can impose advantage or disadvantage on the keeper. We're going to go around to each of our players to find out who they are, who they're playing, and what they're drinking tonight. But before we do, I want to give a shout out to Stronghold Gaming for loaning us their very, very talented friend, confidant, leader, the one, the only, Skylar. And what do you have streaming this week, my friend?
We have, let's see, this week, Thursday, we have our Greyhawk campaign going on with DM Jeremy from Old Men Rolling Dice. And then Sunday will be our Storm King's Thunder group. It'll be Noynek and the Revengers, that group going. So we're on our way to fight Lenathon in the desert. So should be fun and interesting. And we've also got a charity going on consummately for 988 mental health awareness, and we've got that going, but don't want to detract from Let's Play. So check us out at Stronghold D&D on Twitch, or you can just check us out strongholdgaming.net. Thank you so much. Oh, and I am drinking Celsius because work in 2 hours. Yay.
I also want to take a minute to pitch our really kick-ass Patreon for Adventures on Tap. Nick, can you tell us more?
Yeah, if I can get my mic unmuted. Our Patreon is for anyone that wants to support our organization, not just the charities that we help out with. It helps us do things like pay our tax bill and get cool chairs for our events and cool rewards for our players. All of that gets you different rewards for coming to our events, or some things that are available on Twitch. Other things that are just for our Discord community, which is really lively. So check it out at, hey, thank you, Versa Sig, for the donation to Child's Play. But yeah, it gives you all sorts of different rewards. Check it out at at patreon.com/adventuresontap. Do you want me to do my whole thing too?
I think that, you know what? Let's just do it.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm playing Aziz Hassan, a street rat with a heart of gold. And I'm drinking Duplicity, a double blurry hazy IPA, whatever that means, from Woven Water. So we'll see how turnt it gets me. Cheers.
Skylar, we already know your name and that it's a Celsius, but who are you playing this evening?
Oh my god, I completely forgot. I am playing Gideon Thorne, an author, a well-known author from the Oxford area.
Cammy, what you got?
I've got to find the unmute button. Hey, I'm Cammy. I'm with Adventures on Tap. I'm drinking a beach hippie from Persimmon Hollow. And tonight I am playing Amélie Touchant, who is a French actress. She was previously pretending to be her secretary, but I think she's just given up on that, considering that her secretary is missing.
Ben, hit it.
Hello, I am Ben. I am playing William Cheap, just a normal French guy who got on the train and now maybe a agent of the maybe a British agent there with an ulterior purpose. Secure the package, get it back to England. Tonight I am a little sick, so I am drinking tea by Mother Earth and water.
Hell of a lady, that Mother Earth.
And I am your keeper, and I am drinking good old water, because if you heard the audio from last week and you say, what is that clacking noise? The answer is my cough drop, and I apologize. So today we're going to water it up, but don't worry, I'll drink a beer after the game. I also want to acknowledge we do have a player who is missing. Don't worry, we will rectify that very, very quickly. For all of our players here and for those following along at home, this is the 4th installment of our Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express game, and this is our grand finale. Last we saw our group, you guys were still on a train, believe it or not, stuck in the Alps. How weird. Lots of snow, but things were starting to take a turn. You guys have found a hat box that is glowing blue light in the storage compartment. You have found a lantern that is glowing blue light. A scarab has scuttled in the box and then back out of the box. And I believe, Aziz, it was crawling under your skin up your arm, but everyone else just saw you holding it.
While I was lovingly pouring liquor into a statue.
Yes, correct. But there was
Was it
there was
up his
knives
arm or into his arm?
into, like, under the skin, like going up
Yeah,
his sleeve.
under the skin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real
I
pretty.
stabbed myself with a knife.
You did stab yourself with a knife. So I want to briefly go over the amount of weapons that did not succeed last game. There is a gun that Mr. Cheap had that all of the bullets were removed from, and that gun was on the ground. A bullet could not be recovered, and I believe is still on the ground. Correct, Mr. Cheap? Wonderful. Aziz has not one, but 2 knives, both of which are still on his person, one of which he has stabbed into his own arm.
And I successfully hit somebody with a bottle. So that
you
one
did.
worked.
You did. You hit someone in the temple with a bottle. So lots of weapons in store. I also was sent a lovely article on how firearms work, because I kept referring to them as glittery unicorn parts. And while I appreciate the TED Talk, I didn't read it. So moving on, they will continue to be glittery unicorns. But I appreciate your service. Also, there was this looming feeling that Mr. Cheap was having, that there was something behind him. It was growing larger, and he did finally turn to look at it at the very, very end of the game. So I would just like to set the scene before we hop on in tonight on order. Unfortunately, for those of you who have followed along from the beginning, is there a train? Sure. Is the camera broken for the train? Hell yeah, it is. So theater of the mind, baby. So
You know what a train looks like.
The last train car is the storage compartment, where the box that housed this hat box that was glowing was in. And in that car currently is Ichnabod, the final member of your troop, holding the lantern and holding it out towards the box. Mr. Cheap, you are holding the box, the hat box that is glowing blue. You are right on the edge of the final car and the dining car. The rest of our participants are in the dining car, but spread apart, with Aziz behind the bar, now stabbing himself in the arm, with, excuse me, Gideon, you are just on the precipice in the dining car, watching Ichnabod interact, facing you guys with this lantern. And my dear friend Amelie, you are also in the dining car, watching someone get hit with a bottle, and then you were the one who observed the arm stabbing incident.
We're also sinking.
Yes, that is correct. So
The water should be
in
arising.
the last car is still at a normal level as Ichnabod watches as you guys start to sink down very slowly. But there is a murky, once again, damp and wet. Here we go. A murky liquid rising from below the floor as the car is slowly sinking down. So there is only one of you right now who is standing on dry. And Mr. Cheap, as you turn to look at what has been looming and behind you, it was a shadowy creature with tendrils of smoke. It's hard. You can't really make out a face or a torso. It's just an amorphous blob with wisps of smoke out the windows and slowly reaching around to the door to pull forward. And as you notice it growing in size and the darkness just overwhelming the car, the lantern light slowly but surely gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer until you can no longer see Ichnabod at all. He has succumbed with the darkness. And as Gideon, you remember, you see Maurice's reflection in the window telling you to run. And you just hear Ichnabod's voice, really hoarse, just a whisper, no. And like a candle being snuffed out, the lantern snuffs out. And you feel a rush of cold air, and there is no light. And that car is gone as you continue to sink. Have at it.
Sorry,
Can
that
we-
car is gone?
Yeah.
Question.
It just got dark and dark and dark and then just flashed out.
Not like I can see outside. It's just
It's
very
just darkness outside now.
All right.
The door's still there, but it's completely dark out that precipice.
Like dark as in like night darkness or
Darker than
like
night.
black or like
Black.
Like it does like the existence
The
reality
nothing.
is not there.
You're not sure if the shadow just got so dark and so overwhelming that it's just completely encompassing the entire car. There might still be a physical structure. You just can't tell anymore. But
Gotcha.
there is a sense of urgency at this point.
And I'm sorry, my brain glitched. I know that Mr. Cheap had been able to see like the monster.
You all see the
Okay.
smoke as the light starts dimming. It started with just the light dimming and drew your attention. Gideon, your attention was more on the window because no one else really has seen Maurice at all. And then as the light starts to dim, you notice the lantern's dimming. What is Ichnabod doing? It's just darker and darker. All of you, well, not all of you saw the scarab, all of you see the shadow now.
And is the light still coming out of the box?
The light is still coming out of the box, but the lantern you no longer see.
Because when we brought the two together,
They were dimming.
they both dimmed.
Yep.
Who has the box right now?
I do.
Mr. Cheap.
And he's in front of me.
I actually want to double check. Could you go from the shadow creature and just say who, like in proximity? Who's
Marching
the next
order.
person?
Shadow
Yeah,
creature, Cheap. Thorn, you're like next to Cheap. Maybe
Gotcha.
a step or two behind. Amelie, you're about a step or two behind that. Aziz, you're behind the bar about a step or two. You're very close, within arm's reach of each other.
And I went from leaning over the bar, pouring liquor in his mouth, to stabbing myself in the arm. Do I feel like I gathered any purchase on getting the scarab out of my arm?
No, but as soon as you stab yourself in the arm, you look in your hand and the scarab's there.
Okay. Do I need to roll for damage to myself or anything like that?
We did that last time. You already took a point.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it for me.
I would love for everyone who sees the scary shadow, you mean everyone? I do mean everyone, to roll me a sanity check for me.
Got it.
I'm gonna roll my bloody dice.
Ooh. 59 on 65. Whew.
I did it again. 54 on 55.
Nice.
Can't hear
that's-
you.
24 on 50.
There we go.
Yep, 24 on 50.
78 on 90.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm wicked sane.
Amelie, you do not take a hit because you did so well. You don't know if the last car is filling with smoke. Is there a fire somewhere? It's just dark, billowing smoke that is everywhere. The rest of you, I'd like you to take 10 off of your sanity. Yes, that is a success.
Yikes.
This is one of those where it depends if you're at that half or a fifth.
Gotcha.
Seeing Maurice's face, like I'll look to the side. It's like, Maurice, we'll see each other again. And I'm going to grab the box out of Cheap's from behind him, grab the box, and run out the door, tossing it into the darkness as I peel off to the left.
Tossing the box into the darkness?
Yep.
You're giving the
Scary.
box to the shadow monster.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I would like you to do whatever you think your character, whether it be strength or sleight of hand, if there's any sort of slyness to this, like sliding it out of his hand, or straight
No,
strength.
it's straight up just ripping it from his hands as I walk by.
And Cheap, what is your strength for me?
70.
Okay.
Mine is 50. I rolled a 10.
Ooh, you get that box. Yeah, you certainly can get that box, and you throw it into the shadowy darkness.
Yeah, whatever is in my head, whatever's happening here involves all of this stuff. So if I can get all of this stuff away from the train, including myself, then I hope that everybody else behind me will be okay. Probably not exactly correct, but
Awesome.
I'm heeding Maurice's
of run.
Of run, yeah.
Okay. I would love to read for you a cute little paragraph here.
Uh-oh.
How did I know this was going to happen?
The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all its contents. We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of the black seas of infinity. And it was not meant that we should voyage far. The sciences, each straining in its own direction, have hitherto harmed us. But someday, the piecing together of disassociated knowledge will open up such terrifying vistas of reality and of our frightful position therein. That we shall either go mad from the revelation or flee from the deadly light into the peace and safety of a dark new age. Who wrote that, friends?
Gideon Thorne.
No, sorry. H.P.
Aw.
Lovecraft. But when you throw that box, you have provided the final key. And my dear friend, the shadow grows. That smoke latches out into the car that you're on, and as if two hands just filled in tendrils grab onto the side of the frame and pull itself forward, you see a maw of tendrils, just shadowy and dark, also almost ethereal in a way. And Maurice's words ring through your head again. Run.
I would like to cast Molotov cocktail.
Do you have any sort of flint to light Molotov cocktail?
I assume that there is a cigar lighter behind the bar.
There has to be lighters everywhere.
In
Amelie-
this car, there's gotta be a
This
lighter.
train is
Yeah,
on
it's
fire.
It's a
Amelie's
train
been
in
smoking
Europe.
cigarettes
And they were
all
literally
trip.
passing around cigarettes.
Yep.
They were passing around.
You can throw
I'll
it
tell you
dry. I'll light it on the way.
that. Yikers.
This
Okay.
is like a Pan American
I
flight. I know there's fire on board.
okay. Well. I would love for you, Aziz. Let me see. What kind of check would this be for you? Do. Let's do spot hidden to just see how quickly you'd be able to find a lighter.
You don't think it's library use?
I don't think it's library use.
All right, I've got a good spot.
It's actually accounting. Roll for accounting.
All right. Oh fuck. 48 out of 50.
Does he
Wow,
have the option
wow.
to just ask somebody that he knows has been smoking?
Simmer down there. We'll get there.
We can
Um,
role playingly say that I did that.
No, earlier on, he only saw people's feet. He didn't see any hands or
True.
mouths.
That
He has
is a
no
good
idea what's
point.
going on.
I've
You've never
not
seen a
witnessed anyone
cigarette.
do anything.
So you can easily see from this vantage point, you have some options, do you? There are little kind of like tea light candles that are at the bar, and there is a book of matches right by the bar.
Yeah.
They're out at this point, but there are matches easily available to you.
Yeah, I'm taking bar rag, bottle of vodka, lighting it on fire, throwing it in as fast as a sequence as I can.
I would like you to roll a throw for me.
Oh no. Oh, that's okay too. All right, I specialized in throw. All right, 15 out of 45. So I'm under half.
Oh, that's not bad. I'll take
Yeah.
that. So with that roll, you actually are able to launch that sucker right through that kind of ethereal tentacly maw. And the light makes the shadow reel back, but not forcefully. It almost takes pause for a moment as the explosion goes off within the shadow, and you see the shadow dissipate for a moment, and the car is still there. You see Ichnabod frozen, holding this lantern. As you throw the cocktail, the train car alights the floor. The dryness of the floor alights, and Ichnabod is engulfed in flame, unmoving, unscreaming,
I thought he
unchanging.
had gone.
And the shadow buffs out from where the light hits, and then it snuffs out the fire. But it does stall it enough that you have a chance to get away and move to the next car.
Okay, I would like to
Or you
grab.
can stay, whatever you want.
I would like to grab remaining bar towels and bottles and like hop the bar and go towards the sleeping car. You mentioned
Yep.
that
So
this
next is
car
our
was
sleeping car.
wet, but that the storage car was not. Does it get progressively deeper as we go further up the train?
It's like you read my mind.
It
Yeah,
does
that's what I was
now.
worried about.
Yeah. Yes, Amelie.
Why is it wet? I had nothing. I'm gonna but it's gonna take me about 2 seconds to see. You know, she's not dumb. I'm gonna see the fire go off. I'm gonna see how Aziz did it. And I was already turned towards him because I was about to stop him from stabbing himself, but you know, too slow. He's got a higher dex than me. What can we say?
Fast to action.
He's just a more dexterous self-stabber. So I do see what he's doing, and all sense of decorum kind of thrown to the wind. She's gonna pick up the edge of her skirt, just completely unladylike. We see the drawers. She's gonna start basically grabbing all the stuff he's grabbing, and she's going to go, yeah, but it's yeah. because it's like a giant fucking pocket just holding the edge of her skirt up to dump in all of the bottles and all of the rags that he's trying to juggle.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
assist with that. Looking up the train, can I see the water level compared to the door on the opposite side?
It's not terribly much deeper. It's a
Okay.
very, very slight pitch. So right now, it's just basically maybe up to half of your shoe. And then as you go to the next car, it's only maybe just below your ankle. It's not a huge difference, but a marketable one that now your feet are kind of enclosed in the water.
Not mine. I'm wearing
Your
snow boots.
shoes!
I got snow boots. All right. I'm good here. If somebody else wants to go.
I am in front of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
The weight, my mission, like taken out of my hands. Turning my head, I see the shadow fly by. The creature grows as it engulfs this object. My back against the wall, as I turn around, like there's this assortment of characters. A ball of fire goes by my face. Just confusion turns to anger as all of these people who have nothing to do. He's trying to avoid the word dumb fucks in his head. All these people who have nothing to do with his mission have stepped in the middle of everything, ruined everything. And he turns and he's going to grab Gideon Thorne's collar and he's going to punch him in the face.
Is this a faster than the bears scenario? Or
we're going to see where this goes.
okay.
What do I do? How do I play this game?
How do I play this game? Thank you to Bad Wolf Forge for the donation. We appreciate you. And everyone, I think there were additional donations that were off stream because when we started, we are now up quite some money. We're at 344, everybody.
Yeah.
So I would like you, Mr. Cheap, to roll a brawl for me.
Ooh. We haven't seen a brawl yet.
Found it. That is a lost it. There it is. That is 28 to 70, so it's underneath my half.
Hell yeah, it is.
Okay. Can you roll damage for me?
Sure. I don't. What's it?
It should be under your combat section.
It should say right next to brawl.
1d3 plus
1d3 plus.
Yeah, what is
whatever
DB?
that
That
is.
was my only question.
damage bonus.
You should not
Based
have
on
a
your
damage bonus.
size.
Okay.
It
I have a
stands for
negative
dump
damage
for
bonus.
baby.
3.
Perfect. Gideon, what's your overall health?
16.
Jesus.
You take 3. Your jaw is very tender. It's gonna bruise, but you
Yeah,
persevered.
I've
This
been
is-
in the military. It's
Yeah,
whatever.
this is nothing.
If possible, I'd like to move that into trying to throw him in there. I'm just like not letting go. Is
He
the
gets
idea.
a reaction first.
No,
Yeah.
I will take it on the chin, and I will turn around and grab him from the shirt. It's like, Cheap, we need to get away from this and run. Like, we need to get away from this and run. And I'm gonna pull him out of the train and run and try to forcefully get him to run with me.
You running or staying?
Do you want to die or do you want to live?
I allow myself to be pulled. He may tug me.
Heh.
Awesome. Love that for you. The fan fiction writes itself. Anyway.
What we
it's
call
like
a William
I get
cheap
punched.
shot.
I get punched, just like I just get clocked on the chin. I go, cheap. That's fine. That was a cheap shot. Let's get out of here.
I love that. I'm going to assume you're running away.
Yes, away from the train.
Okay, so the order is now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Aziz is now in the sleeping car, ankle deep in water. Amelie, you are the liquor queen.
Yeah, like shuffling, like waddling behind him with this dress full of like bottles and rags.
Followed by a weird aggressive hug of Cheap and Vivian Ford.
The tug hug, if you will.
I love you,
Thank
man.
If you won't, I understand.
Anyone want to look behind them, or that's
No.
too scary?
No, I don't. I have no interest in looking behind me.
Okay.
But if one was to look behind us, what would we see?
Nope.
How far is the window in one of the sleeping cars to the ground outside?
Are you asking to the window, to the wall?
To the sweat drop down my snow boots.
Oh, skeet.
I don't have skis. I have snow boots.
I'm a child. So it's a drop. It's probably like a 9-foot drop. You're pretty
Okay.
high up.
Okay.
But we do know these windows open.
Yes.
That is canon.
Yeah.
There is a lot of vomit out there in that snow.
Do
I think all of
Still
us
smell
are
it.
running unless something changes, right?
is there something that, because I feel like my character has a better understanding of the situation at hand than I do as a player.
Okay.
Is there anything that I can roll for information as to whether he believes that he needs that box that got thrown in the storage compartment for the
I would
scarab?
love for you to roll occult for me.
Oh goddamn! Anything but
The
that.
scarab's in your hand.
I know, but do I need to didn't I need to put it in the box to make it not scary?
You put it in the box.
I don't
earlier,
know.
Then it crawled out into your hand, and actually, it's in his hand again.
I mean,
thought
there's
it was in
almost
his
no
arm.
chance, but it's.
You do know, Kat, and you're just withholding that information.
I do want to clarify, Mr. Sheep, you guys saw it in his hand. It crawled out of the box. He was holding it, and then he envisioned that it was traveling up his arm.
Oh, that
It
was just
never
a
left
vision.
his hand.
That was just a
Oh.
vision for him.
Yeah,
It did
okay.
not actually go
And
anywhere.
once I
He
stabbed
was holding it
myself,
the whole
I
time.
saw it in my hand instead of in my skin. You said.
That
Oh,
was the
okay.
punishment of a sanity roll.
Okay.
I see.
So
I rolled a 93 out of 5.
Great
Love
job.
that. Would you like to use some luck points to get close?
No,
No.
I don't have enough.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's a train, man.
Well, okay. So I have no
God, you
insight
just realized
into
it's
whether or
fine.
not I need that box.
No, you really don't. You don't know whether this scarab is fleeing from the scary creature also. You don't know if it was, because this is the scarab that crawled, or I guess was taken out of Maurice. You don't know if this is something that's just left behind when it kills. You have no clue.
Would Thorn know? I mean, like Thorn sees it in his hand. You
can
read the
ask.
journals.
Well, the guy that knew anything told me that I needed to get the scarab back in the box.
You want to go
Shitty
try?
article.
That guy did say it.
Well, that's all right. Why
Monsieur Thorn, do you not
the
understand?
finale,
You
let's
like
be
about
bold.
all of the ghosts? What are we supposed to do?
I am
Run!
going to go into one of the rooms on the side of the train that also had the cargo door. So if that was on the right side, then I'm going to go to a room on the right side, and I'm going to jump out the window.
It is on the left.
Then I'm going to ring out the left.
You're going out the window.
For flavor, we can say I'm going out of the window of Maurice's room that we know we left open from all the vomit that happened earlier.
Ooh.
Do you land in the
Okay.
vomit?
You could stick the sticky landing.
I'm hoping that it'll act
Um,
like, the frozen patch will be a little bit better than the snow, with the grit. He was mostly
Slip
eating
on it.
sand and gravel, right?
Just all sand and gravel. I would love for you.
I'm gonna hate this.
You know what? Can you roll for me? And I know that this is a weird application of it, but natural world.
Yeah, sure. That's shit as well.
Come on, 93.
Holy shit! I rolled a 001, and I needed a 10.
This man knows so much about
Wow.
vomit.
It's not about vomit. I promise. That's not natural.
Oh,
That's impressive. I think you should take a picture so we can put it on our Patreon or something.
I just put it up on the screen, but yeah. I think that's my
Okay,
second
wonderful.
001 I've rolled.
I think it is, which is crazy town.
Wild. Yeah.
All right, so you jump, and it's about 9 feet to the ground, to the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I'll
should
clamber down
be...
if possible.
No, we're not doing that.
Sure. Not enough time. I'm diving out the window like...
Yeah, you're diving out a window. You're going to carefully be like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So it's a fall. And your instinct is to kind of bring your legs in to brace your fall. You tuck in, you're holding the scarab, and the snow and the blizzard, it's been pretty constant. So you know at some point the impact should be hard, but you should have a cushion. It's not enough that it's going to damage your body, but you think about it as you go, and you don't fall very far. You don't fall 9 feet. You only make it about the car length down, and it's not soft snow. It's water. You're in water.
I had a feeling.
And you can't feel the ground. You start paddling, but you don't really know how to swim very well. This isn't something that you've done often. You pull, and under the water, you find some of the side bearings of the car, and you can hold on to it to keep your head above. But it is pulling you under. And from the outside, you see that this shadow is massive. It is engulfing the whole back of the train and slowly climbing forward. There is no snow in sight. You are in some sort of murky water with just complete darkness. But somehow there is a juxtaposition between this shadowy creature and the water and the sky. You have some bearing of what is up and what is down. And if you roll for me a climb, we'll see if maybe you can pull yourself back up.
Yeah. 15 out of 45, so I'm under half.
Okay. As you land in the water, there's a strut on the side of the car that a lot of people will use to pull themselves up to the stairs and everything. And you can follow the strut back up to the front of the sleeping car and climb back to the surface. But the entire time you're doing it, you are becoming more and more exhausted. This water is trying to pull you down. There is some sort of suction that is not only pulling the train, but anything in the water down.
So, back of the train, massive shadow creature overtaking it. Front of the train going into the water.
Yep.
With that roll, can I continue climbing up to the roof?
So you certainly can, sir.
As I go by the window, I would just like to yell.
I told you guys you can ride this train.
Straight to hell. I would like to yell, "Don't touch the water! Don't touch the water!" And I'm going to continue to climb up to the roof.
Amelie is going to hear that and see it because she's going to have seen you go out the window. And as soon as you went out the window, she went through the door kind of with a call. Yeah, she heard the splash, right? So she saw you go out the window and she heard you hit the water. And as she heard you hit the water, she's not super invested in everyone, but you are a child, so there's seeing him go out the window. She goes, Monsieur Thorn, the boy, as she runs into this car and sees you hit the water, and then kind of leans out, seeing you scale up to the ceiling.
I don't even, do I hear that?
You can hear Amelie. You don't hear Amelie, you hear Aziz.
Yes.
Thorn, you hear Amelie.
I say, so first you hear Monsieur Thorn, the boy, as I run into the cabin. I hear him say, don't touch the water. And I come out and say, the boy says, do not touch the water. It is an ocean. We are in the ocean.
What after we jumped out, because that's what I was doing, was jumping out the back and running off to the side.
I misunderstood. I thought you were following them in the car.
I did too.
What? Right. So
No.
we were standing at the doorway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going by him, grabbing the box, chuck it in, and then peel off to the left, out in between the cars, jumping out and running off to the side. That's what I was doing, grabbing him and pulling him to run away from the cars.
I misunderstood. I thought you were following
between the cars like that? Because I would have jumped.
There is.
Oh shit!
It's slight, but enough to get a person through it.
Stupid kid.
Yeah, but a difference of a good 5 feet of window drop, right? You could have just stepped off. Oh well.
All right. Well, guess what, Gideon? Guess what? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Welcome to the water, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I was wondering. Like,
So your reality is you and Mr. Cheap, you are in the water as well. This creature is advancing, and you feel yourself being pulled down, and you're about a car's length behind. So you do not hear Amelie. Amelie, you thought they were right behind you, and you turn around and they're not there.
I mean, you would hear me though if you're also outside the car.
You would. You hear him, and you actually can see him start to climb up.
And I'm going to call up to this kid and I'm going to go, what about Sapphire?
Who did
trudging
you ask?
through the water.
So you are kind of treading water, but you can use, can you just roll strength, just a quick strength for me?
It's a 49 on 50, so I just
you just had to beat it. You can easily use the struts to kind of travel along. Mr. Chief, you are also pulled into the water.
Yes, and I'm also trying to move back to the train, away from the darkness, somehow get out of the water. I cannot believe I followed this idiot.
Can you just
I'm
roll
so upset.
Can you roll a strength for me, please?
Amelie, who did you say your line to?
I said it to you. I called up. I go, what am I supposed to do as a fire?
85 on 70.
You want to use some luck points?
It's not meets it beats it, right?
It's
I have
the
to go
finale,
underneath
baby.
it.
You have to go under.
All right, I will use 16 of my remaining luck points to not die.
So you and Gideon can kind of use the side of the train to pull yourselves forward, keeping pace.
Oh, I'm going. I'm
past the shadow.
I'm going.
And you guys get to the point where Aziz, he is ahead of you on the way up the side of the train as he's yelling something to Amelie.
Can I see them underneath me treading water?
You see them starting to kind
You've
of
heard splash,
follow the
splash,
path.
splash.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if I can see the men, I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna drop the bottles on the floor in front of me, and lean kind of my body out the window and try to offer whoever's closest to me a hand back up onto the train.
I fight for that. I want to get to that hand. I fight for that hand.
Gideon, do you want it at all?
Before Gideon responds, I'll grab her hand.
No, I'm not looking. To me, for me, I'm not looking at the train. I'm looking.
You're like swimming away from the train. You're
if I'm
into
in
the
this
murky
water, I'm looking out to see what's in front of me, and if there's anything, is it just water and nothing else?
Okay,
or shadow monster.
Can you roll for me? Lots of rolls this time. Can you roll a cult?
Yes.
Call your dad. You're in a cult.
Ha 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 ha. 5.
Woo!
Ooh,
Good job.
spicy.
I love that for you. What's your occult? Is it
55.
4.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
So under by
It's
a
4.
fifth.
Oh, my 5th is 11.
So this creature, the shadow is immense, and it is now almost the size of that train car. And when you look out, the water it's choppy. It is as if you feel yourself being pulled down. This isn't like a lake or a river that you're familiar with. It's different. The water is brackish. It's almost swampy, but yet there's a current to it, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. And you do know from some of the research and things that you've studied and the books you've written, obviously mysteries, there's always a formula to it, but this doesn't make any sense. Where are you? There's no way a train can just be in one place and then in another, and people disappear. It doesn't, the laws of physics and science just don't make any sense. You have no idea where you could have gone. You don't see the shore. You don't see the distance. The horizon is there, but it just separates sky from water. And the only corporeal thing at your disposal is the train. And these few people, but you don't see an immediate answer. In all of your military training, in all of your writing, there's always a formula, there's always an answer. And to be without one is a feeling that you are not used to at all. And it is not fun. Can you roll a sanity roll for me?
He's drowning, just going, where's the third act?
22 on 55. I have 55
Okay.
left.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So whether it be a fit of madness, whether it be your will to survive, you look back to the train. You have to use what you know. You have to use what you can see. You've always been able to trust your senses. You know that the train is real. These people are real. There must be a way to end this. There has to be an answer. And as you're holding on to the train, do you go up? Do you go in? Or do you let go?
So I can see the train and nothing else except for the shadow.
Yeah.
It's the train and the shadow, and then just nothing but choppy water surrounding us.
Yep. No stars, no clouds. Just different shades of darkness.
I'll climb back up on the train on the roof with
Okay.
Cheap and Aziz.
So I believe Cheap is going in the train. Aziz, you were
Oh.
going up or you're going in?
I was going up. I believe Cheap was going up, being held or helped up by Amelie.
I'm being cradled by Amelie now.
Is your goal, Cheap, to get in through the window or to go up to the roof with the others?
Amelie was reaching out a hand. I am not making plans here. I'm just trying to survive. I reached up for her hand.
Okay.
Just one action at a time.
No, I want you all to give me your complete intent.
Am I on the roof?
You
give
can
you some
be.
intent. Yes, I'm on the roof, Lore Keeper. Do I still have the scarab after all of that?
You do.
Okay. It is moving and reacting to things now, right? It's not just a rock.
It's just a rock.
I thought it was like scrabbling around and we caught it.
It was. And now you're looking at it. It's just a rock. It's carved
Okay.
obsidian.
I'm going to hold it in my hand and then outstretch that hand toward the shadow monster. And I want to see what happens with the scarab.
Okay. Are you
It doesn't
walking
count.
towards it or just holding it out?
No, just the difference of an arm length towards the shadow monster, as if to throw it to see if like the scarab reacts.
Okay. So as you throw or not throw it, but move it towards,
Mm-hmm.
the shadow creature gets more dense. It's almost shrinking, but just slightly. It's getting denser and it's becoming a little more humanoid. It's no longer the full car, it's maybe half of the car, and it's kind of conglomerating on top. You still see that tentacly like maw, but it's becoming darker, more of like a deep green, but you can't tell. But it's definitely interested in what you have. But the scarab makes no change.
Is the Gideon on the roof by now?
The
He can be.
Gideon.
I don't
Is
know
the
why.
Gideon on that roof?
Yeah.
Is
No,
Gideon?
no, no.
Is he on that
The
roof?
Gideon.
Yeah.
So role playingly, since that's a word now, Aziz is going to reach down with his other hand and pull Gideon all the way up, like just in the last moments of him climbing up, and say, it does not like the scarab. It does not like it. And I will hand him one of my blades and start walking towards the shadow with it out like a weapon.
Okay.
I'll
So
pull
have
out
I
my own knife
held
and I go,
Amelie's
I've
hand
got my
yet,
own.
or
Yeah, you have.
I still put the other one in your free hand. Like, I think you're better with two than me with two, so I'm giving you my trusty knife. And then I pull my other one.
Nice.
Amelie-
Mr.
Nice.
Chief, you have grabbed Amelie's hand. You are right at the window. You can either continue with her assistance into the train, or you can continue climbing up.
I'll go in through the window.
Okay.
She's so she helps you pull in, and then she's got all of these bottles, and she goes, "It does not like the fire, no?" And she holds up the rags in the bottles, and she's like, "Maybe we can do as the boy did."
I learned this from a child.
Yeah,
So-
right. We all saw the kid chuck the Molotov at the thing, and like the fire, like, and it recoil from the light. So if that's what we got, like that's what we got. And she looks at Mr. Cheap, with this pile of bottles and rags kind of at her feet that she's brought. She goes, "Help me."
And there were gas lanterns in the rooms?
They are.
They are. All right. I start. How far away is this? It's moving down the train. We haven't moved very far, from what I understand.
So
Is this thing just moving like an inch every minute, or what's going on?
maybe a foot every minute? It's just getting
Okay.
closer and closer. But when you look to the direction that it's coming, you see shadows towards the top of the train, but you don't see it in the train anymore. The car looks weathered, but the shadow's not inside anymore.
Okay. I'll start packing the bottles.
And you can hear
wordlessly
tromp, tromp,
turn
tromp
packing the bottles
on the roof.
And you hear footsteps on the top.
How many of these things can we make in this turn's length?
Well,
If we're both, let's say I'm, turning them up and then giving them to him to get into the bottle. Like I'm like coiling it and giving it to him.
the die says 5.
Great. We'll take 5.
That's a lot.
We'll take
That
5
is a
of
lot.
them.
It's pretty good.
We'll take
That's
5
a
of
lot.
them. Yeah,
Mhm.
that is a lot. We'll take 5 and we'll move down the train.
As
D6
we
was in
leave,
your
I
favor.
blow out the flames in both the gas lanterns, but I leave the gas coming out. Like I open the nozzle as much as I can. I blow
Ooh,
out the
that's a good
flames.
pull. Okay.
Hot.
And I just keep
hot.
trying to run, and from room to room, I'm just blowing out the candles. Just as I'm falling. That's.
Can I see that you're doing this? Do you explain anything to me about
I
this?
say nothing. There's no time.
Nothing.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at looking at things. Can I see that he's doing
I
this
think
and
you've
help him?
definitely,
Help him open him along the way. So there's
you've definitely
stuff
heard
on
of
the
like
other side.
emergency
I'm
Just hoping to
situations
die
that
of
happen.
carbon monoxide instead of
Yeah,
shadow
That's
monsters.
not how carbon monoxide works. If it's not ignited, there's no carbon monoxide. It's just gas, Nick.
Or
It's just
okay,
methane.
gas can't be good either.
get the hell out of here. God.
Listen, the sky is gone. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
There's no time. Yeah,
Oh no,
Alright.
hold on. Sorry about the bad word. Twitch,
Okay.
It's fine.
don't
over
demonetize
it.
me.
Yeah, because we make
That's
so
$1.
much scratch.
You make $0.
Don't demonetize me for
that's not
charity.
Child's Play has made lots of dollars.
We've made
Thank you, everyone.
$344.15 so these kids can have some dang games.
We haven't made.
Think about it. These people are heroes. Gideon tugged me. Amelie tugged me. These people are good people.
We're just tugging. We're just cheap tuggers.
All right, everyone. Back to the scary game that I have developed.
No.
So we've got some Molotov cocktails. We have a train car filling with gas. Amelie, you definitely can clue in on what's going on here. On the top of the train, we have Aziz handing his trusty knives, which were so difficult for Mr. Chief
just
to
one.
get, and yet so easy to get to Gideon. Just one, okay?
Just one.
Right?
I have the
You
other
still
one.
have how many?
I have 2 knives. He has one.
Okay, you had your own. I apologize. Okay, so
I have
Gideon's
3 more
got 2
knives.
Aziz has 3 more knives. Where? God knows. In his new boots.
Yeah. Boot knife.
And you are holding out the scarab, walking to this fun little snuggle bunny.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. You get closer and closer, and as you do, the creature becomes less ethereal and more real. It slobberingly turns into like a gelatinous green creature. The shadows suck in and it becomes thicker. The thing cannot be described. The air is tainted almost with like an acrid scent to it. There's no language for such a creature. It's shrieking. And it's just an eldritch contradiction of all matter, force, and just cosmic order. I need you to roll a sanity check for me.
With my freshly
Gideon,
tainted
you
sanity.
see it shrink into some sort of almost humanoid-esque creature, but you can't make out details from its face. It's
Hey.
too far.
19 out of 44.
Okay. You look at the face of a monster. You see glaring eyes, skin that's really sallow with tentacles coming out of its mouth, almost fin-like protrusions from it. And as it looks at you, it reaches out and touches the scarab. Do you do anything to resist it?
It reaches out with like a pseudopod or something.
It is a hand, but it's webbed. It kind of comes out from behind it as if it were in the middle of its torso, not at the top, like a normal shoulder would be.
I'm gonna slash at the hand as it goes for it.
Okay. Can you roll for your knife? It should be under weapon. It may be under brawl.
I've got it. 9. 0, 9. I needed a 25, so half would be 12. I'm on fire.
You slash and actually cut the webbing between what would be the middle and the ring finger as it reaches out for the scarab, and the knife sticks in the hand a little bit, and as it's penetrating it, shadow comes out instead of what would be blood. And as that happens, the shadow reaches around the scarab I would like you to roll another. Actually, this time it's going to be con for me.
The what?
Con.
On? Okay.
It should be under your strength.
How wet is the shadow?
Not wet.
53 out of 60.
Okay. You feel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a 35 out of 60. So that was a 3-0.
Fair. As the shadow kind of comes out and wraps around the scarab, it's cold, almost like an icy wind would be, but it doesn't hurt. It's just strange. And for the first time since you had that weird vision, that red mark is gone when you blink your eyes.
Because of it touching me? Or because of me attacking it?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's the first time you've noticed it. Gideon, you see this creature, whatever it is, coming closer and closer to Aziz, and at some point they interact. Do you go towards him, or do you make any motions, or you kind of continue your...
I kind of want to observe what's...
Okay.
Because I know we were trying, obviously, moving the scarab towards this thing did something positive in removing the shadow, but it's revealed this monster that is now still trying to go for the scarab, and it hasn't, like, I guess I'm watching. I wouldn't know anything about this type of creature from the occult, would I?
Why do you have anything in Cthulhu mythos? It's under your credit rating, which is still my favorite thing.
What? No, I don't.
No, you don't.
I have a credit rating.
Must be nice.
And just in the real world, it helps no one.
And can we all remember several months ago when Kat said, you shouldn't worry about your credit rating. There won't be much money.
I would like to flash to the inside of the train, to our little firebugs who are creating some sort of just terrible scenario. So this place is slowly filling with gas. You have some Molotov cocktails. The shadow is no longer in the train. What you doing?
I'm going to go out because I hear there's people on the roof. The shadow's not in here. The inside of this train is getting unbreathable, and it's presumably we're gonna probably make the back few cars, everything back from where we've crossed here, probably blow up. And it seems like it's empty except for that guy that the kid already set on fire, which like is kind of traumatizing, but I don't have time to think about that right now. So
Question. Point of order. Is there any open flame at this time?
I'm not smoking. Are you fucking smoking, Mr. Cheap?
Well, I pull out my whole new pack of my can of cigarettes. No, we keep going, and I'm still shutting them all off. I imagine the gas isn't built up enough.
Are you going up the train toward the engineer?
Yes, I'm wondering which car I'm at now. I'm also, by the way, I'm sealing the door when I exit a car. I'm going to seal the door to that car.
Okay.
So the idea being each car will be an independent.
In the amount of time that has passed, you have sleeping car, check. Library car, probably check. Amelie, you can pass the library car. That's where the engine should be. And you guys come to the water. And it's about knee deep here. So
Gotcha.
You can climb up, but there's no engine.
So my purpose
The engine's gone.
Gone, baby.
So I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna start trying to come out the window. I mean, I'm not a military.
When you reach the end, just like if you envision like a caboose, you can climb up that way. You're about knee deep in water, but there is a small, like almost trellis ladder to get up to the roof.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to come up. I'm not a military operative. I'm not a government operative. But I am an actress, and I'm going to act like I don't think I'm going to die here.
Remember that King Kong movie?
Precisely.
The tower.
It's a lot like that. So she's gonna sweep out. She's going to go, Monsieur Cheap, we are going up. I assume she's probably got 2 of the Molotovs. He's probably got 3, just on the basis of
Man and woman.
Pockets in terms of what I assume we're wearing. Yes, man and woman, but let's be real.
Just
On the basis
misogyny basis.
on the basis of the
It's
misogyny of pockets.
1932.
It's 1932. I don't have fucking pockets. You do.
He probably never let her have one.
Yeah, right.
You
I
could barely
probably
vote.
got like I've got like one in a pocket and like one down my chest. They don't make dresses with pockets in the 30s. Are you kidding me?
I
So I
like that
assume
that's
I
what
probably
The old
defines
cell
gender.
phone holder.
Pockets.
yeah, no, serious. Yeah, the 2 genders, pockets and no pockets. So I'm part of the no pockets gender. So I probably got
Wonderful.
2 cocktails. You probably got 3. Yes, on the basis of gender. Thanks. And I'm going up and I go, Monsieur Cheap, on top of the train.
My other intention to coming up here was, I actually don't know when this was invented. Maybe someone here knows more about guns. Hopefully our lore master. Is there a flare gun at this point?
No.
I feel like
Yes, in
they
the
had
30s,
them.
yes, they had a
yeah,
flare
in the
gun. They were
war
yes,
Yeah.
they
to
had
mark
a
out-
flare gun.
Yeah,
Not
Do
on a
you-
train.
a
Yes,
train
no.
that goes through the
Sure.
mountains.
Why not?
A train
Why
that
would you
goes through the
not have a
mountains and can
flare
break
gun?
down. I mean, I know where do you look for a lost train? Probably on the tracks, but still, it helps you find
Damn
them on
it.
the
The
tracks.
original flare gun was made in 1859.
Yeah,
by the
they're
way,
like a
yeah.
thing.
Well, they
Yeah.
stored it with the engineers, so fuck off. Quit trying to kill us.
No!
Front.
Sure. You know what? Actually, can you roll a spot hidden for me?
Yeah. But I won't like it.
Damn it, Google.
It is a 68 to 47.
That's bad?
Yeah, it is.
No flare gun.
God damn it. All right.
There's like a tape outline of a flare gun, and it's like, oh, somebody already got it.
It's gone. The cabinet
where it
is
was,
empty.
damn it.
Oh, man.
The shadow tentacle beast took the flare gun. Damn
This
it.
is the worst. It's up there. Just
Well,
Somebody
like
already
several
used it.
arms, just fire them in the air.
If there's one thing I know about the tentacle flare gun Shadow Beast movie is the Shadow Beast tentacle always gets the flare gun.
All right, so
And
is
Cheryl
everyone on
never
top
gets
of the
anything.
train now?
I guess, yeah. I guess then I am going to the top of the train.
Choo choo.
Amelie, what's our plan to get the fire and set the bomb? All right, I'm on top of the train, and I'm just looking back, and I guess can we see their silhouettes, like their dark
You
silhouettes
see the
against
silhouettes
the
of
heightened
Gideon.
darkness
You see
beyond
the
them?
silhouettes of a small child. They are 2 cars in front of you, so they're in the distance. But
Gideon's
there's no
watching,
more
like,
shadowy thing.
crowd
There's just
forming.
something big and scary and green.
Just a booger.
Did you say it's green?
Mhm.
I must have missed that.
Cthulhu. Have you, Nick? Did you not see the frames that I think you made for
Well,
this
I didn't know the
stream?
monster was going to be green. I just like
Yeah,
green.
it's Cthulhu. It's
The
green.
scary thing on the train.
Yeah.
It's green.
Okay.
We must wait
It's
as
green.
long as we can.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping you would be like the self-sacrificing gentleman and stay down there and help us light this bitch. But obviously,
Oh,
that
thank
didn't
you.
happen.
Thank you, Gideon. I like to think that it is more alarming than this. But this is the basic idea. Ooh, he's so scary.
For a second, I thought that was the Duolingo owl, and I was just really
I
confused.
thought it was the pig from Angry Birds.
No, it's a little chubby Cthulhu. He's had some donuts.
That's what I would do if I was an eldritch horror. Yeah, like this.
All right,
Like that.
that's our next. Guys, we have to finish this, but our next stream is Cthulhu Runs a Bakery.
All right.
Come
Good
for all
one
your
being done
eldritch.
Uh,
All right, so we've got some people on this train. We have an eldritch horror. We've got a child who cut Cthulhu. Little weirdo.
Like the fawns with a switchblade.
Hey!
Genuinely, it says I have a switchblade, so that's what I'm using.
He does. So I would like to go to Aziz for a moment.
Uh-oh.
What you doing?
I'm pressing forward and seeing if this thing takes a slobber back when I step forward. And I'm just trying to like push into it. I'm seeing whatever I can do to scare this thing or put it on a back foot. I'm trying to do that. So if it's working, I will continue doing it.
Yeah, it didn't kill you.
It didn't kill you.
Cutting it.
I would need. I'm gonna need another sanity roll.
Shit. It's just getting worse. Hey, 13 out of 45.
God damn it.
I know. I'm
I am, even though you succeeded, I'm gonna need you to take 10 more points off.
the fuck? Even if it was my hack?
Yeah.
Jesus. Why bother winning?
No, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu always wins.
So as you get closer, the hand that is cut, but it doesn't really seem nervous by the knife or anything like that. And it starts to tighten its grip on the scarab. As you kind of try to move forward, it's trying to grab it from your hand. And what is your strength for me?
Not good. 35.
So a 92 would beat that.
I don't know how this game works, so...
Well, a 92
No.
wouldn't, but the best part is that I can't read. That says 20. So it's a 29, not a 92. I can't read.
That's not how dice work. How did
I'll
you...
take a picture for you.
How did you go from 92 to 29?
Because
be the-
one's
Nick
a 9
That
and one's
one
a 2.
turn ago.
Okay.
You
I
did
saw
that.
the 20.
Well, I meant like...
You did that
'cause
like two rolls
One is the
ago.
tens place, so I was like, one
You
could
did that
be the
2
90.
rolls ago.
You're
Yeah,
right.
and I
You're
thought,
right.
I
You're right.
can't read. I can't read. I don't know nothing about guns.
The
It's
pocket
bad.
tender is being very
What
judgmental
happens
over
to
there.
me?
What happens? What happened was, you get this scarab taken from you. It pulls it out, and it takes its hand with the scarab in it, and it looks right over your chest by your heart, and it plunges the scarab in, and its whole hand goes into your chest.
I would like to push through it into it. Like, you know, in the scenes in the movie where like someone stabs you and you like push yourself further on the knife so that I can stab it in the throat of some kind. Like if it has a face, I want to stab it.
Okay.
in
Can
the
you
throat.
roll a brawl for me then with your knife?
Absolutely, I can.
This is a specific beat
Fuck
because
yeah. 16. I needed 25.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
not by half, but I succeeded.
Do you have something? Or...
if it's going through his chest and he's having this like moment with the creature, it means both of them are being still. I want to light the cocktail and throw it.
are you throwing it into the train or towards
I'm throwing
them?
it right at the two of them.
Okay. Can you roll a throw for me?
Yeah, sure. One of the highest numbers I've ever seen on dice.
Thank God.
Throw,
100?
yeah, that's a 83 to 50.
If there's a time to whiff, it's when you throw a
Right.
Molotov at a child.
So
Who's leaving his heart behind as he walks towards
I'm
a
sacrificing myself for your
primordial
benefit.
creature.
So the cocktail goes wide, but it provides some light, which you guys haven't had. And the light, the second beer. The lights lets you see this scene unfold in front of you. You see Aziz walk forward and stab this creature in the throat. And you see the creature's full face. It has just almost a liquidy gel-like body. And it's dripping. It's green. It has tentacles for a mouth. It has sharp yellow eyes and hands that come from the middle of its torso with webbed fingers, clawed feet, and the part that you didn't see before are the massive wings that are just outstretched behind it. And both of its wings, as if a dragon, are kind of bent and holding on to the side of the train, keeping it in the center, as its feet are just touching the bottom of the train. Aziz steps forward, and as it does, another hand comes through the back, Mortal Kombat style. And you see his heart and just darkness as Aziz kind of crumples there, as more shadow spills out of this creature's neck.
Fucking metal. Yes. Oh, whoops.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
I light another
Nick's not
cocktail.
allowed- Nick's not allowed to play children anymore.
So there's
Right.
so I'm standing there. I see this. Do I see the eyes of this creature?
Yeah.
I just drop a knife, pull out the gun from behind me, and just right into its eye.
All right, go for it. Roll, baby.
Come on.
Roll your weapon. At the same time, whoever's throwing a cocktail, can you roll a throw for me? What
You know
kind of
what?
cocktail? Is it a Cosmo?
I'm going to use some luck points here.
Whatever it is, it has fireball in it.
Fireball.
That
34
is a 65 again on 50.
Okay. Amelie,
so
are you
I
throwing
passed.
one too or no?
Yes, but I'm going to walk a little bit closer.
Okay.
My throw's kinda shit.
Gideon, you pass. Do you pass by half or just pass?
No, I'm using a ton of luck points to just hit.
Okay. So as you hit the creature, the knife sails past Aziz's lifeless body and kind of nails it in what would be like the collarbone type area. And the knife goes in, but it doesn't seem phased, affected at all, but just shadow emerges from it. It now has almost like shadowed tentacles coming out of its neck and now its shoulder as well.
And now what about its eye?
Both of its eyes are still glowing, and they're no longer focusing in on Aziz. They're now focusing in on you.
I'm actually
Amelie, you're walking towards it?
Yeah, I'm not throwing yet. I've got it in my hand. I'm actually wondering, can I roll a spot hidden and see where I can figure out what the best fucking place to hit this thing might be?
Sure. Go ahead.
A 23 on a... What is my spot hit? 23 on a 50.
Okay. You don't know. Multiple people have hit it now. They've hit it with knives. It's too risky. But if you throw the cocktail into the window of the train, there might be enough gas at this point that you can light this baby.
Are there any kind of like sunlights or obvious places?
There's a hatch. There's an
hatch.
easy enough. There's a hatch on the top that if the train were to, heavens to goodness, topple, there's like an emergency hatch exit.
Gotcha.
You can lift it and just toss it in if you're worried about throwing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Monsieur Thorne, come back.
I'm transfixed on these eyes, and I'm gonna ask it, what do you want?
Sanity roll for me.
Can I try to get him to come back to me? Can I try to persuade?
You can. We'll do the sanity roll first.
Cool.
37.
What are you doing,
on
Cheap?
55.
Nothing. You're muted.
Throw another mocktail. Sorry. I'll roll it
Thank
for
you.
you. Talk to you.
What'd you get, Gideon?
37 on 55.
Damn. Damn it!
Staying sane.
You keep your wits about you while it's transfixed on you, and you're nervous, but you do hear Amelie. And
And let's see what I.
you don't know what?
You want to see what I hit on the persuade to get him to come back?
Hell yeah, I do.
We got a 50 on a 75.
It sounds like whatever she's got cooking, it's something, and you might as well back up.
And it also seems like these Molotovs won't work because another one goes wide. 58 for 50.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm trying to talk to it now. It's like we have done everything that we have at this point physically, except talk to it. Like, what do you want from us? What is your goal?
It doesn't say anything, but it removes its hand from Aziz and takes the scarab and just kind of lifts it to the side and drops it into the water and takes the heart, and the tentacles reel up to reveal some sort of circular mouth with sharp teeth all the way along the edge, and it just sucks the heart in.
And it just threw the scarab into the water.
Eviscerates it and does not respond to you.
So I'm dead then?
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
Roll your first death save.
I
At
know
that
your
point,
hit points, and it wasn't worth the rolling.
At that point, I look back and I just go,
Come on!
Yeah, I'll just start backing up.
And as soon as Mr. Cheap's behind me and I think I can reasonably run. Actually, I don't trust that I can reasonably run. I saw the fucking scarab go in the water, right? I saw it throw something in the water. I know very few things, but I know water doesn't catch fire. So I'm going to say to Mr. Cheap, jump! And I'm going to huck a lit cocktail in kind of side front towards the hatch to try and blow the train underneath where this thing is standing and plunge for the water.
Just to check, you mean because you were in front of me?
Yep.
Between myself and Mr. Thorne. Do you mean Thorne coming back?
Sorry, Thorne. Yep. I say, Monsieur Thorne, come on. Well, as soon as he's clear behind me, or close enough to me, I'm going to say, jump. And I'm going to launch off the fucking train and chuck the Molotov in.
Okay.
There's a hatch on the roof that Kat said there was.
Okay. I think I'm still at the car
behind me.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna jump. I'm gonna watch this happen.
Okay. Gideon, you jumping or what you doing?
Back in the drink. If I see her chucking a cocktail, yeah, I'll jump.
Okay. Aziz, can you roll? Just because you're dead, you can roll instead of me. I need you to roll a D100 with advantage. So take
Nick
the lower
roll poorly.
number.
Nick roll poorly.
So how do I do advantage? Roll the whole thing twice?
I need you to roll the whole thing twice.
Either 85 or 46.
46 it is.
God damn it.
And the meets it beats it was 64.
God damn it, Nick.
Can we use all of our remaining luck points as
No!
unluck? Okay.
No.
I die, you die.
Teamwork, dreamwork. All right. What are you playing with a mini? You're like, I'm dead.
I'm removing supports for my mini campaign. Yeah.
Okay. So, Amelie, you throw the cocktail in, and there is a point where there's finally enough gas that it ignites instantly, and just a ball of flame erupts from that car out the windows and up through the chute to the feet of this creature. You and Gideon are in the water, and the suction from the water starts to not be as strong as the flames lick up the train and towards this creature, and the wings are outstretched as the flames take it over. Cheap, you see the flames in front of you, and you know that your car is going to light next. What do you do?
Yeah, now if it's, yeah, I'm going to go in the water. I go in the drink. And I'm going to, I guess I'll jump backwards towards where the engine should be.
You land in the water with a splash, and all of you feel the warmth from the fire, and it's bright. And you see these massive wings outstretched. Gideon, it still has its eyes focused on you, and it takes flight, coming to the water, and the juxtaposition between the car continually still sinking, but the flame huge, now allowing you some light. This place is massive. You don't see any place for land, any place to swim to. The creature takes off and gets closer to you, and it reaches out the claws. Amelie, you kind of duck into the water just as a natural reaction to get yourself away. Cheap, you see them in the distance, and you don't know whether to swim towards them or away. Everyone, can you roll a sanity check for me?
Yeah, nope.
50 to 90.
Okay.
I failed this one, Cat.
Okay.
6 to 55.
Wow. The two of you look up, and the two who passed. So Mr. Cheap and Amelie, you look up and you see Gideon looking towards this thing, kind of frozen. And you feel warm. And
I'm peeing.
it's not, yeah, because you're peeing in the water. Thank you. That wasn't where I was going, but I love that.
Where it's going.
How do you make wet wetter?
Add more wet.
But it doesn't feel uncomfortable anymore. It feels dry and warm.
But
and it's still dark. It's hard to tell, but it's comfortable.
do I feel ground?
No, you're still floating. You're definitely floating.
The explosions are done.
You know what? The light's not there anymore. It's dark. You're not sure where the train went.
I scramble in the darkness I guess if it's quiet, then I quietly, is it loud out here or is it?
No, it's really quiet. Silent.
Then I'm just going to kind of start moving my arms to see if I can touch anything solid to hold on to. I can't tread forever.
You don't see Amelie. Amelie,
your
you
phone?
don't see Cheap.
Where are we? What do we see?
Just dark. No shades, no variations now.
Monsieur Thorn? Monsieur Cheap? Monsieur Thorn? Monsieur Cheap?
Do we hear this bird cheeping or?
You do not.
I'm gonna assume
and
I do not.
Thank you for the bits. This is the last roll with disadvantage. Okay, well, it was a 58 and a 94. So I guess with disadvantage, I take the 94 and fail. You guys do hear each other. but you
I'm
can't
over-
see.
I start to respond, and then I bite my tongue, and I just start to kind of quietly move that way through the water.
Okay. We're going to pause for a second and go back to Gideon. Gideon, this creature is massive. And it is getting closer to you, and you don't know what to do. You know that you're next. You know that there's nothing else that can happen. Maurice was first, then Ichnabad, then Aziz. You kind of resigned to your fate. As it comes towards you, it looks bigger than it did on the train. It's now easily, instead of humanoid size, it's easily the size of a helicopter at this point. Just its face. It's massive. And as the wings beat, it's hard to keep your eyes open just from the wind. And you close your eyes, you take a breath, and you're floating. It didn't hurt. It didn't sting. It wasn't bright. Your comrades in arms have always explained, near-death experiences as you don't see anything. You don't flash back to your life. You don't notice anything. You feel like you're floating. But it's not cold. You're not being pulled down. It's not damp anymore. It's comfortable. It's cozy. And it's dark, but almost twilight now. There is some light on the horizon. Like on a sunny day when your eyes are closed, you can still know that there's light there, even though it's dark. And for a second, it's hard to feel your own limbs. You're just floating. And then you feel heavy. Your hands are heavy. Your feet are heavy. You feel the ground beneath you. It's kind of soft. And as you come more and more into yourself, there's a weight on you. Not an uncomfortable weight. Nothing abnormal. And from silent, you hear something in the distance, really faint at first. The twilight's getting brighter. Is that a bird? It's so annoying. It just won't be quiet. And then you roll to your side and your eyes crack open and you wait. This is home. You're home. No, you're not. Yeah, this is my house. My notebook's here. You kind of sit up and look around, and it's morning. You're in your apartment. You look around, and you have notes strewn everywhere. And you see all the pages of your next novel in front of you. You must have been writing late into the night. And you just had the best idea. You had a friend who you served with in the armory. His name was Martin. And you just thought he would be the best basis for a character. And you were going to meet him on a train. You'd just taken a train the night before. You were on the Orient Express. You got home and you started writing this story. But no, you were dreaming you were on the Orient Express. Your friend, Maurice, this doctor, it's all there. And as you look at your notes, it's all written. It's a story. Is it? Can you roll one last sanity roll for me?
I didn't take any sanity
Lose
any on that
I
last
know.
one.
No, you
Okay.
didn't.
Okay. 38.
And you're at 50 something?
55.
55. Okay. as you're more awake now, no, it had to have been a dream. That's so stupid. Like, fairy tales like that don't happen. Those scary things that go bump in the night. People are scarier than anything. You're based in logic. You're based in science. And you start gathering your notes. You close it all in the notebook. And did you buy this? No. Why does it have a red slash on the front of it? Guys, thanks for playing Call of Cthulhu. We've reached the end of our game. I know we're a little early tonight, but
Do
the
Ben and
rules
I
were
just not exist?
No, you didn't.
We were never real.
You were never real.
Congratulations,
What?
Thorn, you exist.
I'm
He
real.
then goes on to
I'm a-
write Aladdin based on Aziz.
And none of us existed except for Gideon.
That's true.
Oh, thank you.
Blank
So-
that
check
was very
in
fun.
the head.
Everyone, thanks for playing Call of Cthulhu. I'm sorry that it was a shorter episode today, but we hit all of our really cool points. We do have a little bit of time on the clock, though, so I still do want to go to 10. And for all of those in the chat and for our players, AMA, man, what do you guys want to know about Cthulhu? I can tell you that a lot of this stuff was based on the Agatha Christie novels, and there is one where it's all a dream, which I thought was cute.
Well, it's usually the judge did it if it's Agatha. Kat.
Why are you the way you are?
No, well, yeah, first of all. But second of all, Kat, since everyone's dead, can I go pee?
Absolutely.
God bless.
Absolutely.
Not on stream, please. That's a different kind of lime.
But yeah, everyone, finally, it's not damp. It's very dry. Everyone's comfortable.
You're all dry and you're safe.
I'm sorry, I don't exist. What do you mean?
At
You
least you're
exist in
comfy.
my-
I exist in
You
someone's
exist in my book. You exist
in
my
the book.
Oh, in your dry book.
What
Your
happened?
brain and your dry book.
What happened to Ryder's character?
Looking at the chat, we've got a lot of fun quotes for the night. That's terrifying. Hate that. Hate all of those. Yeah, we killed a child. That's going to be a disclaimer that we're going to have to put. Love that for us.
But it was
But if no
child.
one really has campaign questions, we can vamp.
Sorry, I'm reading what they're writing.
Yes, that's right. No one existed except for Gideon. Thank you, chat.
Classic white guy story, right?
Right?
See, you're the star of the show. I said you had to survive. I almost
No,
guaranteed
you
it.
did.
I
Where
was
did the
going.
water come from? Was that did we like go through a portal or something? Or
All right.
Was
Well,
that
we can end
Carcosa?
early tonight, team.
No,
Why
no.
not?
Nick
Was that
asked the question.
Carcosa?
Oh,
Can you not hear me?
I'm sorry. I can't hear you, Nick. I think you're muted.
No, I can hear him.
No, he's.
Weird.
Ruh-roh.
He asked where the
You
water
hear me?
came
Oh my
from.
God, she never existed.
Oh, no. Sorry. When he was clicky clacking, I ended up muting him. I'm so sorry, Nick. Can you ask that question again?
Yeah. What happened to like how did we end up in the water? Did we go through a portal or something?
So that's a beautiful question. There were a few rolls that Ichnabod made, and they were occult rolls. And basically, the closer that he got to Cthulhu, you guys did end up opening the portal, and the train was kind of falling into it.
But was
I
there
had a
ever a
timer.
portal, or did Gideon dream it all?
Well, I mean, Gideon dreamed it all, but there were certain things, like certain actions and things that would cause, and rolls that would like cause events to like make it D&D equivalent, almost like lair actions for the train, but you guys were not aware of it. It's just what would be happening, what would be going on. And I actually have a timer going that at certain points. So I had structured the game for 4 2-hour chunks. and I have a timer going every time. And every 15 minutes, I've asked one of you to roll. Whether it was a success or a failure, it was for whatever you were rolling for, but also to see if you succeeded or failed on what the next layer action was going to be.
So
the fact that I kept passing was
meant that the train did not go quickly. It went very slow.
Nice.
So wait, if he'd rolled that he realized he was in a dream sooner, would we have realized that we were all fake sooner?
No, he wouldn't have realized he was in a dream sooner. There were more issues with the train going underwater and you guys losing cars. It was the speed at which you went into the portal and sank.
How many languages does Gideon speak? Because there were a lot of dialects going on in this stream, and were they accurate? Or were we like speaking Simish?
It's Simlish.
I speak English and German.
So the French was just Simish.
Yeah.
This whole time.
I'm British, so you just sounded like
I do really appreciate that. Thank you for Berserka Sig G. Good news, I didn't actually kill a kid because it's all a dream.
Good news, Kat's forgiven for that time she murdered a child on stream.
Do I get points for saying it was more
12 years of age.
Gideon, am
the
I at
least among us?
I feel
right?
like you didn't
Gideon
kill on
watched,
stream.
by
He
the way.
died a hero's death trying to save himself and others.
Yeah, the kid was like, "Hey, let's attack this thing," and he's like, well, "I think I'll watch."
Yeah.
Gideon was like, sometimes I dream about women and children doing ballsier things than me.
I rolled on whether or not I was going to go
watch what happens here.
I would like
going to be a great ending to
with
my book.
Svelte Marvin, and that I allegedly murdered a kid on a stream because our charity is in fact a child's charity, but we never said this stream was child appropriate.
Allegedly only works if there wasn't, 10 witnesses that watched it happen real time.
Maxwell, there were multiple witnesses.
I
don't know how it
didn't
works
roll.
in California, but
it is alleged. You rolled. I only told a story. I don't know.
Listen, here's the other funny thing. Aziz tried to kill himself. I probably should have told him to call 988.
Probably.
To get some help.
Probably. He did have PTSD from being a street child.
Better than PSTD,
Oh, all right.
That's PTSD if you can't spell very well.
Sure.
Someone asked, what does the heart next to @BadWolfForge's name mean on our stream? I don't know.
I don't see it.
It's not a heart.
I see a diamond.
Oh, it's the VIP status. It is actually a diamond. So it's the VIP status for how many chats and things like that.
But the guy that asked it knows that. And we know.
Well, I'm answering all the questions because I'm the best.
Someone loves you? Of course, we all love you. That's a great question.
Yeah.
So everyone, I say we call it for a night. If people have more questions,
I'm not real.
Discord and our Patreon, and we can chat it all out. Thank you for coming to Call of Cthulhu, the finale. Everyone, please continue to check out Stronghold Gaming, support our charity Child's Play. We do have an event upcoming this weekend at D's Bros Brewery. There are still tickets on sale at Adventures on Tap.
AOTorlando.com.
AOTorlando.com. Also, we had our first newsletter released. So if you would like to get on our mailing list for our newsletter, you can register on our website.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing, everybody. Have a wonderful night.